are going to start our new lesson, Reproduction in Plants, chapter number 1. Actually, this chapter is divided into two sections. The first part of the chapter deals with different types of reproductive methods in plants, structure of a seed, germination and seed dispersal. The last part of the chapter deals with agriculture, different steps in agricultural process, crops and its different types. Today we are going to see the first part of the chapter, that is the reproduction in plants. Before moving to the topic, I just want to ask a question. What are the main differences between living organisms and non-living objects? I think from lower classes onwards you are learning the same. Am I right? Yes. So what are the differences? We know that living organisms can grow. It can move from one place to another. It can take oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Can you name the process? Yes, it is breathing. So breathing is the process by which the living organisms take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Another very important difference is that is the ability to produce their own young ones. Can you name that process? That is reproduction. So what is reproduction? Reproduction is the process by which the living organisms produce their own young ones. Then, have you ever thought what are the different types of reproductive methods in plants? In plants, two different types of reproductive methods are there. The first one, reproduction through seeds, and the second one, reproduction through other plant parts like stem, root and leaves. First, we will see the reproduction through seeds in detail. What are seeds or where it is present? Seeds are a plant part that help the plant to produce young ones. I repeat, seeds are plant parts that help the plant to produce young ones. And where the seeds are present? Seeds are present inside the fruit. We know that the number of seeds present inside a fruit varies. For example, in the case of papaya, we know that in papaya, many number of seeds are present. And what about in the case of the mango? In mango, single seed is present. Okay. Next we will see the structure of a seed. So, this is about the structure of a seed. A seed has three different parts. The outermost covering of the seed is called seed coat. It protects the parts present inside the seed. Then the second part is called cotyledon. It is also called seed leaves. It is the nutritive part of the seed. Means it provides nutrition to the developing embryo. In most of the seeds, cotyledons are kidney-shaped structure. Okay? And the most important part of the seed, that is the embryo, it is present in the center part of the seed. Okay? And when this embryo or when the seed gets suitable conditions, it develops to become a new plant. Okay? So that process is called germination. So what is germination? Germination is the process by which the seed develops to become a new plant. So we know that in our kitchen, different types of dry seeds are present. Where it is kept? It is kept inside airtight containers. Then why there is no germination process? That is because of suitable conditions are not present inside the airtight containers. So you just think, what are the suitable conditions needed for germination? So germination process takes place only if the seed gets suitable or favorable conditions. Okay, so what are the different favorable conditions needed for germination? The most important one, that is the light. Second one, water. Then third, air is needed. And the last one, the nutrients present inside the soil. Okay, so these 4 important factors are very, very essential for germination process. So I told you what is germination. Next we will see the different stages in germination. So I told you if the seed gets suitable condition, it starts to germinate. Okay, so here we can see that this is the first stage. Okay, so if the seed gets suitable conditions, the most important one, water. Then what will happen? The size of the seed will become increase. If you have any doubt, you just take some dry seeds and put it in water. After half an hour or after 1 hour, you can see that the size of the seed will become increase. So the same process it takes place in soil also. Okay, and after that what happens? The seed coat ruptures. Ruptures means it breaks and the cotyledon part it comes out. Okay, so here we can see the different stages in germination and finally the seed will become a new plant. Okay, so this is about the germination process. In your textbook, one more small topic is also mentioned, that is seed dispersal. What is seed dispersal? Seed dispersal means it is the process by which the fruits, in certain cases seeds, are also moved from the parental plant to the nearby places. Okay, so different agents are responsible for seed dispersal process like wind, water, animals and explosion of fruit. Okay, by which the seeds it moves from the parental plant to the nearby areas. Okay, so what will happen if there is no seed dispersal? All the seeds, if all the seeds are growing close to the parental plant, what will happen? The seed will compete each other for water, nutrients and sunlight. As a result, the proper growth and development never take place. Okay, so this is about the first part of this. Otherwise, this is about the reproduction through seeds. Next we will see reproduction through other parts. So, other parts, first one, stem. How can we able to produce a new set of rose plants? By stem cutting. So here it is, stem cutting, that is in the case of the rose plant, by which we can able to make a new set of plants. Okay, so next one, roots. We know that all these are roots. For example, carrot, beetroot, radish, etc. Okay, so if we want to produce a new set of plant, we have to use the root of this plant. Okay, so that is the second one. And the third one, that is a rare case, leaf buds. In the case of Bryophyllum plant, it's a very rare case. So here we can see that the edges of the leaf, small projections or small, the buds are there. So if you are cutting this region and plant it in soil, we can able to produce the next set of plants. Okay, so this is about the leaf buds. So what are the important points we learned today? So that is the reproduction. So reproduction is the living organisms produce new ones of the same kind. Also we have seen the two different types of reproduction methods in plants, like through the seeds and through other parts like stem, root and leaf. In between we have seen germination and seed dispersal also. Okay. So I think all of you understood this portion and you have to find out the answer of these questions. What is the role of the cotyledon in seed germination? So I told you that what is seed germination and what is cotyledon. Cotyledon is the part which is present inside the seed and where the nutrients are present, and these nutrients are utilized by the embryo for the proper development. Okay, so that is the importance of cotyledon in seed germination. And what about the second question? Why do plants need to disperse their seeds? I told you, if all the seeds are growing very close to the parental plant, the seeds will compete each other for nutrients, water and light. As a result, proper growth and development of the seed will never take place. Okay. Then, next you have to draw the structure of a seed and label the following parts. In your textbook, very clearly the diagram is mentioned. So you just copy the diagram and label seed cone, cotyledon and embryo. Dear students, this is all about today's topic. Hope all of you understood this topic, and I will be back with continuation of this lesson. Keep practicing. Thank you. Have a nice day.